ERC, quality service since 1972, repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is James Spann. You've clicked onto our Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, the 21st day of December. And Alabama in between systems today, so it should be a dry day. Let's go to some Skycam shots this morning. And fog, a bit of an issue. We're looking at the lights of the city of Gadsden there, and you can see how the fog is pretty much covering the valley. And up on the mountain, Mount Cheaha, they are in the clouds. That's the camera on top of the restaurant there, and that's Alabama's highest mountain. For those of you that are new to this, Mount Cheaha is just south of Anniston. The elevation there, 2,407 feet above sea level. And from downtown Birmingham, that camera site there had a wind gust of 51 miles per hour yesterday with that gravity wave coming through here. Pretty amazing. Here's a look at the water vapor satellite imagery this morning, and you can see how the wave that brought the rain yesterday is off to the east. The next one is off to the west, but we're kind of in between, so it should be a partly sunny and mild day today. There's a look at temperatures this morning. We're starting off the day in the 50s, and if the sun can pop out, we think it will, the sky becoming partly sunny, we'll reach the mid to upper 60s today. And generally speaking, much of the country is beginning to moderate somewhat, but we can't ignore this. Look at these Alaska numbers up there. I see some 42 below zero, 40 below zero. We saw some points up there for the past 2 days that have dropped below 50 below zero. So we will keep an eye on that. That air moves at some point. Now, whether it moves more east or southeast, we don't know yet, but we'll keep watching that. This is the Qpf map. This is the expected rain across the country, valid through Tuesday evening of next week. And the numbers are coming down for the weekend system. That's not good. It's beginning to look like for the weekend system, 1/2 inch will be an average, and that might be a little on the high end as the main energy passes well to the north of here. And you'll see that as we go along. This is where we should be today at noon, and this is off the 06 GFS, the Global Forecast System, primary American global model. And this is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground, one of our favorite mandatory levels. And you can see trough number 1 off to the east and the new trough off to the west. But again, in between, we'll have a pretty decent day today with very mild conditions. Tomorrow, the new trough digs down across the central part of the country in really 2 distinct pieces, northern chunk and a southern chunk there. At the surface tomorrow, there's not a very well-defined surface low yet, and even though we got south winds, it looks like a pretty good chunk of the day tomorrow will be dry. And yes, tomorrow will be dry. Keep forgetting what day of the week this is. This is Friday, and the day I'm talking here, and that map is valid for tomorrow, which is Saturday. And there is a bowl game in Birmingham tomorrow out at Legion Field, the PapaJohns.com Bowl, and that bodes pretty well for that game. It looks like the weather will be dry and mild. And we're going to Sunday, and the trough begins to go negative tilt up to the north and phases up, and accordingly we got a deep surface low, but that thing is way up there in Canada. And the trailing front looks like it'll come through here pretty quickly, late Saturday night into Sunday morning. And once again, it's beginning to look like the primary window for rain with this thing will be from midnight tomorrow night until noon Sunday. And this is suggesting about a 1/2 inch of rain with this. And no chance of severe weather if this is right. Monday, Christmas Eve, dry and cooler. Temperatures about where they should be, 50s during the day, 30s during the morning. And by golly, the GFS is coming in now dry on Christmas Day. And, of course, it has been all over the board here for next week. But the confidence is growing now because we got the system out of here yesterday, and more than likely this is correct. So I think we can almost take out the chance of rain on Tuesday as well, go back to the original idea of dry and cool weather for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Wednesday of next week, here comes the next wave off to the west, and at the surface, the rain Wednesday still west of here. For the moment, we've got a good chance of rain Wednesday. This graphic suggesting the rain holds off until Thursday. There's Thursday of next week, the 27th, with rain coming through here. And a week from today, Friday the 28th, wave to the north, but really without much moisture, that's suggesting a relatively dry day there. But again, we're kind of getting out into voodoo country here. But for the moment, the weather next week seems to highlight the better chance of rain Thursday if this run is correct. And it'll probably change again. How about looking at January 1, New Year's Day 2008. Woo, look at that trough there. And, of course, hey, we've seen solutions all over the board out here at the surface. If that's right, that would be a good rain event on New Year's Day. And then on the 2nd of January, that big old upper low moves into Alabama, very cold air aloft. But the heavier rain off to the east. And on the 5th, the end of the cycle, another short wave. Another rain event coming in here from the west. Very active weather, and it's going to be very hard to deal with beyond 4 or 5 days like we've talked about. So we'll just sit back and wait and watch as we always do. That's it for the morning Weather Extreme video today. Notes on the blog if you're watching this on YouTube or iTunes. That's AlabamaWX.com. And we'll have the next video here by 3:30 this afternoon. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.